Hello, welcome back. Let's just continue with the GeForce 4000 series, and I need another one. I forgot to read, that's an old one, like 20 years old, but I forgot to read it long time ago. So let's read it as soon 6 p.m. I think it takes about half an hour, then I can watch the news. 6:30 in the Danish television. But this is the latest GeForce 4000, and probably we have the GeForce 5000 before Christmas, like 5090, costs like many thousand, like $3,000, something crazy number of money.
GeForce 40 series. GeForce 40 series Nvidia RTX 4090 Founders Edition, Verpackung, Smarslow.png. An RTX 4090 Founders Edition in its packaging, release date October 12, 2022, manufactured by SMIC, designed by Nvidia, marketed by Nvidia, codenamed TENS architecture, Ada Lovelace models, GeForce RTX series transistors 35.8B, AD104, 45.9B, AD103, 76.3B, AD102. Fabrication process TSMC 4N1. Card Shy GeForce RTX 4070T. GeForce RTX 4080. Enthusiast GeForce RTX 4090. API support Direct 3D 12.0 Ultimate. Feature level 12_2. Shader model 6.7. OpenGlow 3.0. A. OpenGlow 4.6. Vulkan 1.3. History predecessor GeForce 30 series support status supported. An aftermarket AIB variant of the RTX 4090, Asus ROG Strix, on the bottom, next to an RTX 3090 GB gaming OC. For size comparison, the GeForce 40 series is a family of graphics processing units developed by Nvidia, succeeding the GeForce 30 series. The series was announced on the 20th of September, 2022, at the GPU Technology Conference, GTC, 2022 event. The RTX 4090 was released on the 12th of October, 2022. 1. The 16GB RTX 4080 was released on November 16, 2022, and the RTX 4070T, originally announced as the 12GB RTX 4080, was released on January 5, 2023, with a number of mobile GPUs to follow in February 2023. 2. The cards are based on the Ada Lovelace architecture and feature hardware-accelerated ray tracing, RTX, with Nvidia's third-generation RT cores and fourth-generation Tensor cores. Details. Architectural highlights of the Ada Lovelace architecture include the following: SAD Smiley 3, CUDA compute capability 8.9, 4. TSMC 4N process, custom designed for Nvidia, 1, not to be confused with N4. Fourth generation Tensor cores with FP8, FP16, Float 16, TensorFloat 32, TF32, and sparse articulation. Third generation ray tracing cores, along with concurrent ray tracing, shading and compute. Shader execution reordering needs to be enabled by the developer. 5. Dual NVENC with 8K 10-bit 60 FPS AV1 fixed function hardware encoding. 6. 7. A new generation of optical flow accelerator to aid DLSS 3.0 intermediate ARA-based frame generation. 8. No NVLink support. 9. DisplayPort 1.4 and HDMI 2.1 display connections. double precision, FP64. Performance of the Ada Lovelace chips are 1/64 of single precision, FP32. Performance. Products. Desktop. All the cards feature Micron GDDR6X video memory. Model launch USD, codename, S, transistors, billion, die size, mm2, core config, B, SM count, C, L2 cache, MB, clock speeds, D, fill rate, E, F, memo core clock, megahertz, memory, GB/S, pixel, GPX/S, texture, TX/S, size, GB, bandwidth, GB/s GeForce RTX 4070 Ti, 2, Jan 5, 2023 $7998010-2948080240604824060482310 2610 21.01848 208.8 554.4 626.4 12504 GeForce RTX 4080 12 GB cancelled $10.899 GeForce RTX 4080 11 November 16 2022 1,308.6972830461112,30476,30476642210 2505 22.4247.5 280.6, 671.8, 761.5, 16716.8 GeForce RTX 4090, 12, October 12, 2022 1,599.812.1638512,176,128,512,128,72223 2520 21.0392.5 443.5 1141.8 1290.2 241008 Mobile. All models feature GDDR6 memory. Model launch codename, S, transistors, billion, die size, mm2, core config, B, SM count, C, L2 cache, MB, clock speeds, D, fill rate, E, F, memory processing P core clock, megahertz, memory, GB/s, pixel, GPX/s, texture, TX/s, size, GB, bandwidth, GB/s, biswidth, bit, half precision, boost, cypric, GeForce RTX 4050 laptop, 13, February 22, 2023 AD107, GN21X2, 2560, 1605, 2370, 696 GeForce RTX 4060 laptop, 13, AD107, GN21X4, 3072, 1470, 2370, 8128 GeForce RTX 4070 laptop, 13, AD106, GN21X6, 4608, 1230, 2175, GeForce RTX 4080 laptop, 13, February 8, 2023 AD104, GN21X9, 7424, 1350. 2280, 12192 GeForce RTX 4090 laptop, 13, AD103, GN21X11, 9728, 1455, 2040, 16256. In OpenCL 3.0, OpenCL 1.2 functionality has become a mandatory baseline, while all OpenCL 2.x and OpenCL 3.0 features were made optional. Shader processors, texture mapping units, render output units, ray tracing cores, tensor cores. The number of streaming multiprocessors on the GPU. Core boost values, if available, are stated below the base value inside brackets. Pixel fill rate is calculated as the number of render output units, ROPs, multiplied by the base, or boost, core clock speed. Texture fill rate is calculated as the number of texture mapping units, TMUs, multiplied by the base, or boost, core clock speed. Controversies. RTX 4080 12GB. When the 12GB RTX 4080 was announced, numerous outlets, prominent YouTubers, reviewers, and the community criticized Nvidia for calling it an RTX 4080 instead of RTX 4070, given previous Nvidia GPU generations and the large gap in specifications and performance compared to the 16GB card. 14, 15, 16, 17. The names RTX 4080 12GB and RTX 4080 16GB implied that the only difference between the two products was a difference in RAM capacity. However, unlucky are the cases of the same named product with differing memory configurations that were otherwise very close in performance. The 12GB RTX 4080 uses a completely different chip and configuration. Among other differences, the 12GB 4080, using the AD104 chip, was to feature 27% fewer CUDA cores, along with a cut-down 192-bit memory bus, which in prior generations, for example GeForce 10, 20, 30 series, had been used for the XX60 class cards. This made the card up to 30% slower than the 16GB RTX 4080 in raw performance while being priced significantly higher than previous XX70 cards, $900 versus $500 for the RTX 3070, approximately 80% more expensive. On the 14th of October, 2022, Nvidia announced that due to the confusion caused by the naming scheme, it would be unlaunching, i.e. postponing the launch of the 12GB RTX 4080, with the 16GB RTX 4080's launch remaining unaffected. 18, 19. On the 3rd of January, 2023, Nvidia reintroduced the 4080 12GB as the RTX 4070 during CES 2023 while reducing its price by $100. 2. 12 VHPWR connector failures. The Nvidia 12 VHPWR adapter supplied with RTX 4090 cards. Some buyers of the RTX 4090 reported that the 12 VHPWR, also known as PCIe Gen 5 or 16-pin connectors of their RTX 4090 were melting. 20, which sparked several theories to explain it. After investigation, several sources reported that the main cause was the 12 VHPWR connector not being fully socketed whilst being put under load that resulted in overheating of the connector's pins, which in turn caused the melting of the plastic housing. 21, 22. PCI signal. the standards organization responsible for the creation of the 12VHPWR connector has decided to make changes to the connector's specifications following the recent failures. 23. A class action lawsuit has been filed against Nvidia over melting 12VHPWR cables, which the lawsuit states is a dangerous product that should not have been sold in its current state. 24. The plaintiff who brought the suit claims that Nvidia unjustly enriched itself, violated the product's warranty and engaged in fraud, and they are demanding that Nvidia pay damages to affected customers as compensation. 25. Following its own investigation and testing, Nvidia officially offered a statement on the melting connectors. They determined that the melting connectors are a cause of user error from not inserting the 12VHPWR connector properly, causing partial contact. They have offered an expedited RMA process for any RTX 4090 affected by the melting connectors. 26, 27, 28. PCI Signal later said in a statement that Nvidia and their partners were still responsible for testing their products to account for user error. 29. Reception. RTX 4090. Upon release, the RTX 4090's performance received praise from reviewers, with Tom's Hardware saying it now ranks among the best graphics cards. 30. Our review by PC Gamer gave it 83/100, calling it a hell of an introduction to the sort of extreme performance Ada can deliver when given a long leash. 31. Tom Warren in a review for The Verge said that the RTX 4090 is a beast of a graphics card that marks a new era for PC gaming. 32. Aside from gaming performance, PC World's review highlighted the RTX 4090's benefits for content creators and streamers with its 24GB of RAM and AV1 encoding ability, and was positive towards the Founders Edition's quiet operation and cooling ability. 33. However, it also received criticism for its value proposition given that it begins at $1,599. 32. Analysis by TechSpot found that the RTX 4090's value at 1440p weighs worse than the RTX 3090 and that the RTX 4090 did not make much sense for 1440p as it was limited by CPU bottlenecks. 34. Power consumption. Weighs another point of criticism for the RTX 4090. 34. The RTX 4090 has a TDP of 450W compared to the 350W of its last generation equivalent. However, Chad Walton of Tom's Hardware noted that the RTX 4090 has the same 450W TDP as the RTX 3090 Ti while delivering much higher performance with that power consumption. 30. Aftermarket AIB RTX 4090 variants received criticism in particular for their massive cooler sizes, with some models being 4 PCIe slots tall. This made it difficult to fit an RTX 4090 into many mainstream PC cases. 35. 36. YouTube reviewer Jay's 2 cents showed an Asus ROG Strix RTX 4090 model being comparable in size to an entire PlayStation 5 console. 37. Another comparison showed Nvidia's RTX 4090 Founders Edition next to the Xbox Series X for size. 38. It was theorized that a reason for the massive coolers on some models is that the RTX 4090 was originally designed to have a TDP up to 600W before it was reduced to its official 450W TDP. 39. RTX 4080. The RTX 4080 received more mixed reviews when compared to the RTX 4090. TechSpot gave the RTX 4080 score of 80/100. 40. Anthony Leather of Forbes found that the RTX 4080 consistently performed better than the RTX 3090 Ti. 41. The GPU's power efficiency was positively received, with Digital Trends finding that the GPU had an average power